So, hey. Chile. It's been so long since I filmed that I'm nervous. Oh my god. Hey, how's it going? How's life? My name is Sophia. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing my yearly TBR for the year of 2023. Now for this TBR, it's going to be like a fairly short and easy TBR. I've tried to do monthly TBRs, but I just never managed to stick to them. And I've come to the realization that yearly TBRs are best for me, but short yearly TBRs, no more than 6 or 7 books. You know what I'm saying? Also, towards the end of the video, I plan on discussing some channel and reading goals that I have for this year. But without further ado, let's get into my TBR / goals for 2023. So the first thing on my list is more so an author than an actual book, and that is going to be N.K. Jemisin. For N.K. Jemisin, I own 3 of her books on my TBR shelf that I haven't read. The first one is going to be The Killing Moon. This is the first book in the Dreamblood duology. I have no idea what this is about, except for the fact that it's written by the queen herself. The second book is going to be The City We Became, and all I know about this is that you are following the 5 avatars of the different boroughs of New York. N.K. Jemisin as an author is very interesting. She writes a lot of speculative fiction and fantasy, and I find that her premises are not only unique, but the execution of her works are very fascinating. So I'm excited to get to either or maybe both of these books sometime during this year. The next book I want to read this year is actually a book that I've already started, and I have enjoyed what I've read of it so far, and that is going to be The Archive of the Forgotten by A.J. Hackwith. I read the first book in this trilogy, which is called The Library of the Unwritten. I read the first book in this trilogy, The Library of the Unwritten, last year or the year before, and I really enjoyed it, and so I immediately picked this up, and I got about halfway through, and for whatever reason I just put it down and I haven't picked it back up. But this is top priority on my list. So if you don't know, within this trilogy you are following our main character Claire, who is a librarian working in hell. Within this world, unwritten books actually get sent to hell. In the first story, one of the books comes to life and Claire has to go on a mission to find him, and our story goes from there. That was probably not a coherent synopsis, but it's the best I can do. As I stated before, read the first book, loved it. Started reading this, loved it, but just haven't been in the mood to pick it up. So hopefully I read it this year. The next book on my TBR is also another book that I have recently started, and that is going to be Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. All I know about this is lesbian necromancers in space. I read Gideon the Ninth, I think the year before last year, and I really enjoyed it. Was hella confused, but it was enjoyable nonetheless. In this story, you are following our main character, Harrow Hark Nona Jessimus, who is a necromancer. But yes, I have started this. I'm about this far into the book, and what I will say is this is confusing. This is even more confusing than Gideon the Ninth. Like, this is hella confusing. I've talked to my friend Tammy, and she says that like it will continue to be confusing until part 5. So we shall see how this goes. But yeah, so far I'm having fun. She's fun. She's a cute time. We love to see it. But yeah. Okay, so the next book on my TBR book is another book that I have started reading. I actually started reading this back in 2021, and I still have not managed to finish it. And that is going to be A Master of Jinn by P. Djèlí Clark. In this story, we are following our main character, Fatma, who is a sapphic detective living in, I believe, early 1900s Cairo. In this world, we have jinn, angels, and demons, and all of that fun stuff. This is a mystery series that I so far have really enjoyed. It's another situation where I picked it up, I was enjoying it, I was having a good time, but for whatever reason I put it down and I just haven't managed to pick it back up again. So this is a priority, like top priority for me to get to this year. The next book on my TBR is going to be a super hyped cozy fantasy, and that is going to be Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. All I know about this is that you're following a orc named Viv who used to be a mercenary, but she's retired and she decides to open up a coffee shop somewhere where nobody knows what coffee is. And this is supposed to be like a cute cozy fantasy. Honestly, I saw that this was getting picked up by Orbit, so like I had to snatch a copy, and I still haven't read it yet. And I believe the Orbit version has been published, so like I need to read this ASAP. Oh my gosh, yo, I really like the writing in this is so big. Like, I could probably read this in a couple of hours. Okay, so the final book on my TBR is going to be a book I have attempted to read multiple times, and I have only gotten this far into it every single time, and that is going to be The Unbroken by C.L. Clark. I believe the second book in this trilogy is coming out later this year, and I still have not read this. But all I know about this is that you're following our main character, Terrain, who was stolen from her home when she was a child, and she is forced to work as a child soldier for this empire's military. Fast forward several years later, Terrain is forced to return home, and this book is supposed to deal with a lot of topics of imperialism, colonialism, and subjugation, and things like that. This book sounds right up my alley. Like, this has everything, all the tropes that I love in fantasy. So the fact that I have yet to read it is incredibly blasphemous, okay? But yes, I'm really hoping I can get to this soon, but we shall see. I think the reason why I haven't picked it up is because I attempted to pick it up on audio. I attempted to pick this up on audio, and the narrator was doing some funky accents, and I was like, baby girl, no, not today. And so this is a book that like I have to read. I'll probably end up reading this physically or on Kindle, whichever I'm feeling. Alrighty, so now we are on to the goals section of this video. I feel like for my goals, I'm going to keep it fairly simple and easy, trying not to make it too complicated on myself. But yes, let's get into my goals. My Goodreads goal for this year is going to be 60 books. It was 60 books last year, and I did not manage to reach it because December was like a very hectic month for me. Your girl graduated from university, and so I really didn't have much time to read. And so this year, my bookish goal is also going to be 60. The plan is to work my way up to 100. Like, I just want to be able to say that I've read 100 books at some point during my lifetime. The second goal I have is to track my reading using spreadsheets. It's something that I've attempted to do in the past, but like I have not been consistent with it. So I want to be more diligent in tracking my reading and also diversifying my reading in terms of marginalized authors as well as genres. I feel like last year I really did diversify my reading just a bit, and I read a lot more outside of fantasy, and I think I want to continue on with that this year as well. In terms of channel goals, I would like to be more consistent with my YouTube channel. How consistent? I don't know, but I do want to attempt to at least post a bare minimum of 2 videos a month. This is like a soft goal. This is not going to be like a hard and fast rule I follow. Whenever I have something going on in my personal life, or whenever my mental health isn't great, YouTube is usually the first thing to go, which is why I haven't been posting as consistently as I would like. But I would like to attempt to be more consistent in the amount of videos I upload throughout this year. In terms of subscribers, I do not have any particular goal for my subscriber count. I'm pretty satisfied with the amount of subscribers that I have now. Alrighty, so angle might be slightly different, and that is because my battery died. But as I was saying, in terms of subscribers, I don't really have a numerical number. I don't want to put too much pressure on numbers. If people watch my videos, they watch it. If they don't, c'est la vie. Like, what can I do about it? You know what I'm saying? And in terms of content creation goals, I think I would like to do more vlogs. I would like to have a bit more fun with my content. You know, maybe try some experiment videos, see how that goes. But yeah, overall, I'm just here to have a good time. I'm not here to take myself too seriously. I have no clue how coherent this part of the video was. We shall hope that it is somewhat coherent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know some of the books you guys plan on reading this year, maybe some of your reading goals. Also, let me know what you think about the new setup. I was in the mood to try something fresh, something new. And so let me know if you like it. If you've reached the end of it, if you've reached the end of the video, feel free to comment a book stack emoji. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys soon with another video, and until then, I will see you soon. Bye.